let's go hit Lennox. Another week, another knockout, a different city. My partner whip a 7-4 now. He think he win me, but I'm a rapper.
What is going on, good people? Well, we have got the Earth and Turf 410 SP. This machine is a beast. First off, I do not own it. It is not mine. I am working with the people over at Earth and Turf. Shout out to Jeb, great guy to work with. Appreciate you for working with me on this one. I did use this piece of equipment to actually sand level my backyard. Over the weekend, I had about 3 tons of sand to put out, and I think without this piece of equipment, it's not even I think, I know without this piece of equipment, it would have took me a lot longer and a lot more effort, and my back would probably be a lot more sore than what it is. So the efficiency that you gain from using a piece of equipment like this, especially if you are running a business or you do consistent top dressing, it is unmatched. With the amount of efficiency that you can get out of it. So let's go through some of the details of this piece of equipment, and at the end of this, I'll talk about some of the pros and cons, what I like about it, and if there's anything that maybe I think could be improved. So let's jump into this. So let's start with the controls first. You got your steering over here, nice joystick that you can use on the side right here, or you can grip it over just like your normal steering wheel as you're driving. In certain situations, like coming along an edge, I actually like holding the steering wheel over using the joystick. Just regular driving and steering throughout larger areas, the joystick here was pretty nice. You've got your normal throttle, you got your start on and off here, and you actually have your conveyor, which actually starts your feed, and then your throttle control over here. Forward to go forward and back to go in reverse. Pretty self-explanatory on that one. You do have a nice little knee pad here, similar to any stand-on type piece of equipment that you are used to using there. So not a lot of controls and gadgets and things to work with. And one of the things that I do like is the location of where I think the controls and everything are. It feels very comfortable as you are standing on the piece of equipment. And the pad here is removable, and it is driven by a Honda engine. Had no issues with it starting. And if you do need the backup pull cord for any reason, that is there and available and still has access to it. You actually don't need to pull the pad off to get to it, which is the good thing in case if you do need to get to it. The pad kind of snaps right back on there easy. If you need to access the pull cord, you can either access it here through the top, or you can also access it and be able to pull from the side over here. So nice positioning of where that is on the equipment. All right, so one of the good things about the steering on this piece of equipment is it is 4-wheel steering. So you can definitely get into some tight areas and get out of some tight areas. So and as far as turning on corners or throughout a lawn, you can navigate through those areas pretty well with this piece of equipment. This is the 410, which is a smaller version. There is a larger version of this. So you do have the option of getting a larger version if that is necessary for the way that you are running your business. So the next thing that we're gonna look at is gonna be the hopper. It does have a pretty good capacity on it. I will put the capacity up on the screen, but I was using a mini skid and I could get about of wet sand, that is. This is not even dry sand. I could get in about a 1.25 scoops into the hopper and on a mini skid, and that was able to fill it up, handle it. The conveyor belt that drives everything under the bottom didn't have any issues with that weight capacity on there. Next, let's talk about how this machine actually operates. So You do have the conveyor belt that's here under the bottom, which we did see from inside the hopper. This conveyor belt here actually rotates and pulls the material forward. And then you have this brush here that kind of disseminates the material as the conveyor pulls it forward. And the great thing about it is I was top dressing a cool season lawn, so you don't want to bury it too heavy. And the way that it disperses the sand or whatever your top dressing or leveling material is, it puts it down at a nice, fine, even coat, and it doesn't pile up on top of your turf. So that way you get a nice, even, fine coat that's able to be worked down into the canopy very easily without smothering or covering the crowns of your plant. So when it comes to controlling how much material you're actually putting down, it's a fairly simple gauge here that you have, and boom, you can just kind of adjust it here. It has nice little dial places that actually locks into place. As you can see, this actually operates the gate that's here in the front. This is what controls how much material you actually have there in the front. So you can lock that into place, make your adjustment, boom, everything's there. It's not gonna move, and you have full control of how much material you're actually putting down. While making the adjustments and the sand that I was putting down, I was able to put down about 1/4 of an inch of material on each pass. And I think it could actually be a little lighter than that if you were using sand if you needed to. So that was one of the things that I really liked about this, is the amount of control that I had over the amount of material that I was putting down, and then also the consistency that it put down the material without piling it up on top of my cool season lawn. So let's talk about the things that I like about the equipment and a couple of things that could be improved. So the first thing is gonna be, this is an efficient piece of equipment. I said it in the beginning of the video and I stand behind it. It is a saver of time and also strenuous labor. The next thing is the control of the amount of material that you can put down. You can lay down heavy passes or you can lay down very light passes of material with this piece of equipment. And the thing is, you could use multiple different types of material. They also have different attachments that you can purchase and put onto your piece of equipment to better suit what you're going to be doing in your business. So one thing that I think that could be improved upon on this machine is the conveyor feed. If that was a toggle switch, maybe like a push button toggle switch on the drive control, I think that would be a more efficient use for the user end as far as being able to turn on and off the feed and when you're actually putting down material. So if that control was able to be moved onto the drive handle, I think that would be a winner. The next thing is, this is a pretty heavy piece of equipment. So I'm not sure if you can make a piece of equipment like this any lighter, to be honest with you, but what is one of the things to point out is it is a fairly heavy piece of equipment, but it is made in the USA, and most of the materials that are on it is not plastic. Most of them are stainless steel components and parts that are on there. So you are getting a well-built piece of equipment. I can't speak on the longevity of it and the maintenance as far as the upkeep on the machine, being that this was just a one-time use for me. But looking at how it is built and assembled, I'm pretty sure that it's gonna last for a while. So that's my take on the piece of equipment. This is the Earth and Turf 410 SP. And again, they've got larger versions out there that have bigger hoppers on there, bigger footprints. You can actually add different attachments to those, even aerator and a seed box on it also. So make sure you go check them out. They've got an assortment of smaller units also that are like pull behind for the homeowner. So they have something for everybody. If you're doing top dressing or leveling projects, make sure you go check them out. So as I always say, just know we work.